Cheddar saying he won't dredge the sea from Kumasi to Accra. We know ball. But what the boys won't know be say the kpala, the salmon, the amani, how they go reach the Kumasi there? How feasible is this project? And what will be the cost involved if we were to embark on an ambitious project such as this? All this happening right here on Sauce and Pepper. Don't go nowhere. Stick and stay. If you hear the name Cheddar,
settings,
you know it gives you what comes in mind? Businessman.
What comes to mind?
Yes.
Is it the lion or
settings?
the lion?
The lion, yeah.
That's how I got to know Cheddar.
And you get the vibe that he's all about the theatrics. So it's becoming very difficult for people to buy his vision.
For who and who? Is it you?
He's
are buying into it. The Ghanaian.
Well, but if you go online, the majority gives you the vibe that this guy is just bringing another setting as we know him for, you know. But you know, I believe that out of crazy ideas comes great inventions and innovations.
Yep.
So maybe let's be objective about what he's saying, look at it critically and see if this is feasible. And does it even make business sense? And what will be the cost involved in all of this?
So the feasibility test. Look, when you look at the interview and the way he even said what he said, right? I don't think that he thought about it critically. I could be wrong, but it felt like something to say in the moment whilst trying to make a particular point. So the presenter didn't push him to present a feasibility case for it, so we won't really know whether he has thought about it. And you know, he's analyzed it properly. We won't know, but we have the benefit of, after he has spoken, the time and the energy to want to look at how feasible it is. I think, in my opinion, as a country where we are now, I don't think that that's the best solution for the problem he thinks he's solving, or even is the best way to harness the opportunity he thinks he's harnessing through this. Now, the basis for this promise or this idea is to open up the commercial activity between the south and then the midlands of the country, where Kumasi is, or the Ashanti region is located. And when you look at where that region, it's pivotal for trade from the south through the midlands to the north and even the neighboring countries in the West African sub-region at that side. However, if you want to do this, I don't think the port or creating a canal will be the right way to go. This current government, hate them or love them, has pushed the idea of an inland port, which ensures that trucks and goods will be transported from the south through land and then quote unquote settles or docks in the Ashanti region for onward distribution to other parts of the country and then to other countries, neighboring countries. And for me, that's more feasible, right, than dredging a whole canal from the sea, from the south to the midland. I think that the inland port, when it actually happens, is more feasible.
Okay, so not to cut you, I will come back to you on the issue of if it makes business sense. But say, looking at these times where we have technological advancement and all of that, don't you think this can be achievable using science and technology?
Oh, definitely. That's why the question about.
So do you agree with him that it is not feasible?
No,
it's doable. I'm not saying that it's not.
He's just saying like it doesn't make
viability,
business and economic sense, because if you do something like that, at what cost to the Ghanaian taxpayer?
Okay.
And then what is the benefit that will come? So if you are going to invest 3 billion of the Ghanaian payers' tax money into a business idea, it probably should be bringing in 7-8 million,
okay,
8 billion.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to use that amount of money or whatever it is the cost will be just to do internal, as in within Ghana, transportation of goods from one point to the other, when there is a system that already works. Do you get it?
Yes.
But if you are telling us you're going to dredge a canal between Ghana and Togo that will make our ports, like already we know the smuggling thing, something like that, it's bringing revenue to the country.
And
so
that's
the
an
taxpayer,
example, because
that's just an
the
example.
Gulf
Yes,
of Guinea already exists.
exactly. I'm just saying, like, if
it's
it's like an international business idea that will bring in revenue, or that places us in a better position economically, so that we can take decisions without depending on foreign aid, everybody will be clapping. But for something like, and the way he just said it, I don't know. Watch the video later,
you know
right?
what?
Like,
In your submission, you asked a very important question, that what are some of the benefits we'll enjoy from all of this. So we are going to play the video where Cheddar had that interview. After watching, then we will discuss if really it makes even business sense, business wise, it is viable. So let's check the video out, and when we are back, we delve straight into it.
Mehuno mama tukwan makomachi mehu mahwe nkrofo kro uko Dubai omukra no na ye desert enso omukra nya epo abaho oma dredge ayade ba kwa mpese me yema Kumasi man ha se me dredge ama epo ebi abaha na yetimi de ship ni ade so de normal ba 2024 na afi ni ebetwi container 1111 from Accra harbor edi aba itema harbor edi aba Kumasi ebi okra itiki be 6 hours and sana container ba ko pe wadura ebi dura no so na normal be se half a wo container ni nyina ebi abubu abra we railway anase we nso a within 1 hour na container 500 eduru ha say wo pese wo ship 500 so ko ba bia wa ship ko ba bi nti I'm here. I want to open the western corridor, the eastern corridor, the infrastructure. I want to.
So that's what he's saying, that he's been to Dubai. He has seen how,
like the way he said it, so
they've done. So
No,
it's
it's
very doable.
Yeah, you see, anything is doable. As we speak, people like Elon Musk is taking people to space for recreational purposes. Right? All kinds of things. We are having driverless cars.
AI is taking over.
Exactly. So it's possible. However, you have to contextualize what you want to do in the finances of the country you are talking about.
Okay.
Whether, out of all the things we want to spend money or all the needs
that we need
have,
to spend money.
do we need to spend this X amount on this particular thing, and then juxtapose it with the benefits? So, look, I don't know if you ask him how much it's going to cost, he will know. But we have tried to hazard.
Even if you ask him whether it's a thought out plan, are there engineers that have sat on this? Where is it going to pass? What are we using? I don't think, like, because the way he said that was so nonchalant. Mako Dubai, and it was just like 12 seconds.
If you don't understand the key, please forgive us.
It was like someone is just like asking a kid on top of their mind to mention things he or she wants. Definitely candy will come in there, chocolate will come in there. Like it was just yes, but
so
the
Mr. Chris, I want us to look at some numbers here.
Yeah.
So we are making reference to the Suez Canal,
which is one of the popular canals that exist.
Exactly.
That you can
making lots of money.
Yes, and this is a canal that has a distance of 193 kilometers.
Yes.
And at the time, it cost them 100 million.
That was in 1869 or so.
Exactly. And we are looking at
$100 million.
Yeah, $100 million. Hey, sorry, it's dollars. we don't like CD or dollars. So, and we are looking at a 250 kilometer canal.
That is if you look at the difference, the geographical difference between Accra and Kumasi.
Yeah.
But that's what you guys are just assuming. What if they bring the sea from Cape? or Takrade.
Yeah, whichever way. We will go off on what we have. Like generally the average information we have, which is the geographical distances between the coast of Accra and what's the name? And Kumasi. But he clearly says that he's dredging the sea from Accra
to Kumasi.
So it's
yes, he was specific about.
So where the coast is in Accra and Kumasi, let's just say it will be more than the 250 kilometers because we don't know if this distance is actually from the coast, but the existing data of geographical difference between Accra and Kumasi is 250.4 kilometers. So if the Suez Canal is 193 kilometers, you realize that it's even shorter than the distance we want to cover. Now, $100 million converted to the equivalent in dollars, well, $100 million in 1869 converted to equivalent in dollars in 2024 is $2.28 billion. Because today, $1 in 1869 is $22 in 2024. So you just have to do the math, and then you get $2.28 billion. Now, if Ghana has $2.28 billion sitting down today, is this what we want to use it for? When there's a cheaper alternative, we already have a road from Accra to Kumasi. Maybe you dualize that road and then you build an inland port, and then you can encourage the movement of goods and goods through tracking systems where they can dock and then for onward distribution. So these are simple ways of rationalizing a political promise or an idea, but I don't blame him. We were here when politicians came to say they will give us sky train. When the one that runs on land between Accra and Kumasi has not been operational for years. They said they are going to build an airport in Cape Coast. When traveling by road from Accra to Cape Coast is like 2 hours 30 minutes, right? Which does not make any sense. Cheddar Harbour. They said they were going to build a harbour in Cheddar, which the people of Cheddar badly needs, right? Need. And then, as we speak, it's only a container that's sitting on that piece of land with a signboard that says "Welcome to the Cheddar Harbour," and then it has a CEO and boards and all of that for the past 8 years. So, well, the standard is not so high. People can just come and make any sort of promise on the political platform, and it's news. So I really don't blame him much.
That's very worrying. But we are going to look at some of the benefits. If we should go for this, some of the things we can benefit from that. But I want us to look at the environmental implication of dredging a whole vast land like Accra to Kumasi. What are the implications when it comes to the environment? Because we are at a time where we are always preaching green environments.
Please,
you know,
I don't know that. I seriously can't answer that question because I keep saying we don't know what technology. Like if an engineer is seated with us now, an engineer will tell us maybe this is possible, this is not possible. We can use this technology. Today there's technology to advancement to find best ways to do things to reduce the impact on the environment. It always goes as to what is the benefit as against the opposite. I don't see any benefits on dredging from Accra to Kumasi unless the Kumasi people are really dying to go to the beach. That is the only reason. Because I don't get it. Like, why would you want to?
Don't throw my Kumasi people.
No, but I don't know why does he need to do that? Where will it pass? The economic part that I see is maybe people existing in communities where they would have to dredge through them. People will be misplaced, which is a possibility. Then again, I say maybe. For all you know, he's just going to link the river bodies because Kumasi has lots of river bodies.
Vibes on vibes.
Ashanti region has lots of river bodies that could actually be linked one on the other, and then we get to the sea.
But this is a man who walks with a Mansa Musa hat on his head.
And the story of Mansa
and now he added Osajifo to his name too.
A flight lieutenant Rollins regalia. And what?
A combination of all the leaders, the past leaders.
Charlie, he's just catching vibes.
Please,
like,
it's movement. I personally think that
vibes,
his entire movement is just a business, like to push him as a businessman out there. Because imagine he's able to go through. I still don't know whether he's finally been able to sort out all the EC needs he needs to before his name is even put on a ballot paper come December 7th. But if he's able to do that, like they went now, they call Ayariga president. How do they call
Ayarikov?
No, you know there's a name you call people who have
presidential aspirants.
Presidential aspirants. You know what it means?
Right.
He gains a status in the business.
Yes.
So I really see it as just
vibes on vibes.
Reaching
like somewhere like it has nothing to do, because we've had so many ridiculous things that I'm thinking the next president of Ghana should be someone who is radical. Like I want a radical president or leader who damns what everybody around says, and that's the best for them.
And Jacob Freedom Caesar don't give you that vibe.
Akufo-Addo, he damns everything we say.
But I added a clause who does right for the country. I really think the right for the country now today is a constitutional review.
Okay.
Our president has too much damn power. That is why things like what is happening.
He wants to usurp Parliament.
Can you imagine? We will get there, but you let.
So in wrapping up.
Yes.
If
wrap up on this vibes.
Yes. if this should happen, do you see any economical gains to the country?
You've asked this question 3 times. We've told you that there's none.
Hey,
why do you want to force economic gains in something that
we really think that nice ideas, beautiful ideas, the Ghanaian voter has to see beyond what they say.
Okay.
I keep saying I think I saw a post where someone said if the free SHS, if the Sky Train had been scrutinized like the way we are scrutinizing this Cheddar proposal, people would have made better choices. So yes, it's good. The conversation around it is good. It's making people question, are you sure? Because free SHS was one thing we did not question. How is it going to be? Free SHS has put us back to IMF. They won't agree, but it's the truth. If every revenue you generate is going into educating the youth, which is not a bad idea, but every revenue, that is the clause, every revenue you generate is being used to do that. What happens to every other part of the country? What happens to health? What happens to accommodation? What happens to transportation? Because you can't just educate us and leave us to die. Like logic. So if going forward in this political year, if we scrutinize every single thing the politician says, then yes, we will make better decisions. And that is something I'm all up for. So let them come up with 1,001 ideas and let's keep bashing them till we realize this is rubbish and we won't take it anymore.
Right.
Okay, on that rubbish note.
They tell you, they say scrutinize them beyond what they say. Do you think this is a viable project? Do you think
the Freedom Project?
The Freedom Project. Do you think it is feasible? Do you think it is cost effective?
Enough.
Let us know in the comment section. And whilst you're doing that, don't forget to subscribe.
But what's the difference between freedom and butterfly? They are all flying in freedom. So I think they connect at some point.
Have a good week.